getting ready here, letting everybody get in. It's Tarot Tuesday time. Time for some Tuesday fun. Hi, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. It's time to get started. Now, guys, remember the rules. What's up, girl? Hey, y'all. Remember the rules. One question per person. So it is not so we don't have one person like just getting a gazillion questions answered. And I want to make a quick announcement too for people who bought readings during the last special. I'm trying to have them all done by the weekend. Okay, I still have a few more um, that I have to do, but I'm trying to get them done and get them back to everybody. Just so you know. Um, yeah, so just remember the rules. One question per person. Let me shuffle this next deck real quick. Let's see. And guys, remember, I don't see a long list of like all the comments and stuff like that. All I see is like, okay, when they come up one at a time and then they fade and disappear. I do not see them again. Okay, so whoever is meant to get their question answered will get their question answered. It's just based on what I see when I look up and what question is there. Like, that's the only way I can do it. Um, so whoever's meant to get their questions answered will. Let's go. What do I need to still work on? Okay. Mastering your mental clarity. Because what I get is, I think what you're really needing to do is put more effort into um, learning more and getting more clear in the way you think. Because I'm getting that victory in life for you is like right there. You know, it's like your wheel of fortune is ready to turn, it's ready to spin. The only thing that's getting in your way right now is certain trains of thought, certain ways that you're thinking that are not in alignment with victory. Okay, so really, that's really the only thing that's in your way, because I can kind of see that everything is like right there for you. You're like, you're there, you're on the verge of victory. Um, I mean, you're definitely on the verge of victory. But see, there's certain things and your thinking is not completely clear, because I'm getting that in some ways you still look at things um in a, how can I say it? Looking at things in a way with still kind of having rose colored glasses. It's like you need to be able to look at things clearly. It's kind of like a balance between the spiritual world and the physical world, and being able to really see things with a single eye. What kind of happens with you now is you tend to, you know, kind of look at things with rose colored glasses, and not being able to just let it be what it is and see it for what it is. And it's like once you get that mastery mentally, everything kind of opens up for you. And I don't get just in, I definitely get it in an emotional way, like where it really ushers you into like just having that emotional fulfillment and emotional balance and emotional inner peace and things like that. But then it even works beyond that, because it's like from that place of how much more fulfilled you will feel if your mind wasn't getting in the way. It manifests into your physical reality as like everything kind of coming together for you and you getting what you want. Oops. Okay, will my twin and I reconcile? Oh, goodness. Come on. Okay, you're in the way. This can happen, but it's when you break out of the codependent patterns. You have some codependent patterns that's actually preventing him from rising up and being the man that he needs to be. And as long as you're doing that, you can't come back into union. You're needing to gain some more self-love, loving yourself first, having your own, having self-respect and things like that, so that you can kind of push him out of some of the more primitive, lustful type of energies where he's not getting into the heart of the ways that he needs to be better as a man. And because this is a masculine energy. Okay? Here, this is a masculine energy. Now, what I'm getting is, and see what happened here is the codependency kind of caused this thing where it's like trying to not appear too vulnerable, not appear too needy, not well you it made you actually appear more needy, but you were trying to not appear that way. And this is like not offering what you really wanted to offer. Like it's this, I don't know, I just get this like holding something back. And it can even be one thing that happens with codependency too. It's holding back the way you really feel. Okay? Because you don't want to, codependency will keep you from wanting to run the person off or things like that. Okay? And that kind of got in the way here. So it's kind of like until these issues get out of the way, there's no reunion that can happen here. Okay? Those things have to get out of the way. That's the next thing that's on the list. And then, you can move forward from there. Okay, what is my potential Taurus lover feeling about me? Still a little bit of trying to figure out what they feel about you. Keeping things lighthearted. They don't want to move too fast. They've had some issues in the past, and it's kind of like they don't want to get into like how can I say it? They don't want to get into this pattern of looking at things with too much optimism, because they feel like they did that in the past and they got disappointed. So they kind of want to, they're keeping things a little bit lighthearted so that it doesn't move too fast. They're wanting this to kind of show them where, you know, what it is. They don't want to get into this idea or this fantasy in their head and then being let down by that. So they're kind of level-headed. I'm getting they've they've been healing some things from their past. And they're not wanting to repeat a lot of the same mistakes. Okay. So they're just kind of this is a balanced place. It's like they're not moving too fast, but they're not um they're not like not interested, or they're at a healthy place. Okay. And they're looking at you in a realistic way, and they're not trying to come up with any ideas about you. They're letting you show them who you are. That's kind of the attitude that I get from them. I don't know if you work together. I don't know what I get with that. But I kind of get something like that. Like, I don't know if this is a coworker or something like that, but they're like trying to allow this to you to show them. They don't want to make a bunch of assumptions, and that's a healthy place to be in. Okay. Will my Scorpio come back? Okay, I'm not getting this person coming back right now. But there is an opportunity for some type of offer in the future. But what's really going on with this person is, first of all, they've gotten themselves trapped in some type of negative thought processes about this situation. Like, they're playing some type of story, some way that they're seeing things over and over in their head that's making them feel like they can't be happy here, that there's not going to be any happiness, there's not going to be any bliss, there's only going to be strife, there's only going to be, it's like this pessimistic train of thought. This person is this person still has a lot to learn. That's what I'm getting. This person still has a lot to learn. And they're kind of focused on other things at this time. Something's trying to be birthed or born with them. And so it's just not from this space. They're not coming back. But I don't get that that's a permanent thing. It's just that now is not the time, because it's like they have a lot of other things that they're focusing on. And they're really stuck in this way that they're thinking. They're like trapped by it. They can't really move. They see it this way. They believe it this way right now, and they're stuck with that. Oh. Am I healing? Okay, here's the thing. You're not making as much progress in your healing as you should be and as you could be, because you're really focused on things that burden you down. I'm getting this energy of like focusing on things that actually make you feel like it's weighing you down. Like, I get this energy of like you bringing your own self down. And for some reason, yeah. You're focusing in a way that kind of, at times, it robs you of your emotional balance and peace. You're bringing yourself down with the way that you're focusing. And it's coming from self-judgment. I'm getting that you're under a lot of judgment of yourself. You're harsh on yourself. and you feel like this is the path to you getting what you want, like to healing, is this complete burdening of yourself. And it's a little too much. It's over the top. Okay? Because it's like you do need that. Like you have to have that self evaluation. You can't heal if you won't look at yourself. But then on the flip side, if you look at yourself and judge yourself too harshly, then the outcome of that is actually like this burdening and weighing down of yourself rather than getting where you want to be. I'm getting that it's like you're not realizing that in some ways by doing that you're robbing yourself of getting what it is, getting where you really want to be. Okay, so it's like you're on the right path, but I get that you're a little too focused on the judgment of yourself to the point that is weighing you down. It's going to make it hard for you to um you don't have the room to fully heal because of the self judgment. Okay. How am I blocking the connection from moving forward? Honestly, because you're trying too hard. You're blocking the connection by trying to get it. It's like you're trying to get this balance, this justice, this, it's like you're really trying to call it in, and you're actually having the opposite impact than what you really want to have, because it's like you can't see that being a little more lighthearted instead of pushing for this justice, this fairness, like you don't want to wait on it, you're too impatient. And it's like you're blind to the fact that if you could just relax and be a little more playful, enjoy yourself. Like, are you even enjoying the connection anymore? You're so focused on trying to bring it in and move it forward, and so focused on it going forward that it's going nowhere. So really how you're blocking the connection is by the way you're being in the connection. Like you're not allowing yourself to just relax and be in the connection because you're too worried about where it's going, if things are going to be fair, justice, all of these different things, to the point that it's just imbalanced, and you're just not able to allow it to happen. It's like you're kind of just completely in the way of it, honestly. And it's really like you're blind to it. You really don't see how you're doing that. It's like the things you're doing that you think are moving things forward are the very things that's like holding things up. Is Halston a good match for me? Okay, so what I'm seeing right off the back before I even do anything else, it's like, yes, okay, this person is a good match for you. The issue that, now I will say that this is still in the passion type of phase. It's not like it's any full blown, like love. It hasn't evolved to something deeper, but I do see the potential for this to happen. The only issue that I'm seeing is people, and this is both of you, feeling like, I don't want to be a fool. It's like this type of energy to the point where that could prevent you both from going through the door. Because it's like people are a little too concerned in this connection about, like, I'm serious. I'm getting this energy like nobody wants to be a damn fool, So it's like to the point where it makes people kind of just not really move in the way that they need to be. There is organic chemistry here. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you're both gonna want to really get to know each other. You're both getting a lot more aware of what you deserve. So when you have people that are both in this a little bit, how can I say it? Because it's not completely unhealthy, but it is a little fearful. But remember that caution and that willingness to go slow is a sign of emotional health. Okay, people who are emotionally healthy are not going to jump boom, they don't want to do that because they're not in this desperate need. So I see that this is not unhealthy what's happening here, but there is a caution. Continue to maintain that, but be balanced with it. Be mindful of the fear at the same time. Don't go overboard with it. But as you two continue to get to know each other, if you can maintain that balance of not being too fearful to the point where you refuse to go through the door and let issues from the past get in the way, and still getting to know each other, and still moving forward. If you two can manage that, this connection actually has a potential for the highest level of commitment. This could be marriage, all of that. The potential is there if you two can deal with that issue the right way. Is a new job opportunity coming soon? There's something you're not seeing clear. Yes, but I'm seeing that there's going to be a period of like stasis for you. Okay, so there's a period where things are going to seem real unclear. You're not going to be able to see your options right away. There's something coming down. There's something moving out the way. If it hasn't happened already, there's a job that kind of moves out of the way quickly. Things get out of the way for you quickly, but it's making room for something better. But initially, I'm getting that you're not able to fully see your options as of yet. And this has to do with some things that you are needing to look at in terms of what? Let's see. There's some things that you're still needing to look at in terms of even knowing what you really want, gaining clarity, and looking at where you would even be happy. Because I'm getting that in the past, you're not seeing in some ways the negativity that you're bringing. Like whether it's just you having this really negative perspective of where you are, like of the job and the people, like it's something where you're not seeing the part that you're playing in it, and you're gonna need to see that. Because you're playing a role in bringing this down, but ultimately it's going to be good for you. But I can tell you, you won't be able to see that at first, and it may look like it's not, because you won't initially see the opportunity that's coming out of the situation, but you have to learn how you're contributing to it as well going forward, okay? So that you can actually move into something that's better for you emotionally, because I'm getting emotional, like you were having trouble emotionally with the last job, but you're playing a part in it that you don't see. What does Heidi feel for me romantically? certain level of trust for you. Um, and there is like a draw to you and a passion that's there. But I'm gonna be honest, kind of feels in some ways like maybe in some ways you don't respect yourself enough. Like you try to do too much or try to carry too much in some type of way. So kind of feels like you don't respect yourself as much as you need to. And I honestly get like this person may have somebody else. But I feel like honestly, this way that you try to maybe carry too much or do too much, and where they feel like you're lacking with the self-respect, I feel like that's the thing that actually kind of gets in the way because they do have that feeling for you, but it gets in the way, and that's what could make them kind of lean towards someone else or choose someone else or something like that. Because of that, I really get that that is kind of the only thing that kind of brings their passion level down, or in a way, it just turns them off because they have it here for you, but I think they're really just turned off by that. What can I expect from the Virgo? Okay, this person is not serious enough. This person is going to continue to kind of play games. I'm getting like a little bit of selfishness, maybe quite a bit of selfishness. Ultimately, I'm getting that this person won't really change until you kind of free yourself from the situation. Because this person has, I'm getting like this immature type of energy in the way that they kind of go about things when it comes to you. And they keep things really lighthearted. They're trying to keep things from really getting heavy. And I'm really getting that what you're going to have to do with them, if you're going to trigger any change, it's not going to come by bumping your gums. You know, this is just not going to happen. What you're going to have to really do is just be honest with this person, but you're going to have to free yourself. So if you're waiting on them to kind of do something that frees you, or you're waiting for them to kind of play some role in freeing you, it's not going to happen. They can ultimately change, but it doesn't really happen. Like, you can't help them change, put it that way. You can't help them change. You'll be more in the way than you would be helping them. But you can kind of expect things to kind of continue how they have for a while, okay? And you're going to have to free yourself from that to kind of trigger any change that they're going to be able to have. Will he come back? Thinking about it, but not moving. Now, let me see here. Do you kind of feel confused, like they don't know what to do? This has some type of component to it, like money wise. This is that something with their finances affects their ability to make a decision with this situation. Where they feel like, well, you know, like, what is the best thing for me to really do here? They're not really up for putting in any effort. They still have something that they're learning maybe in another situation. And so they're more so in an energy of waiting on things to come to them. You know, they're not making effort. That's just what I'm getting. And it's because they still have some things that they're learning. And I just really get strongly that there's something financially that kind of stands in the way, where they don't really, it's a lot of energy of like, what should I do? What should I do? Like, what should I do is going to cost me? Something like that. Okay. So that's that, guys, for Tarot Tuesdays. I had fun with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. For those of you who weren't able to get your questions answered, you can catch me over on Instant Go. On the Instant Go app, you can ask questions like this. You get pretty comprehensive answers on there. So if you guys have questions, follow me on the Instant Go app, and ask me there. Other than that, I will see you guys next Tuesday. Okay. I appreciate you guys so much. I look forward to Tuesdays with you guys. It's fun for me. I enjoy interacting with you guys, connecting with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye, everybody. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you guys. Have a fabulous week. And guess who knows how to get off here now? I do. I do.